Hello everyone, welcome to the Gamers Grimoire, and welcome to some Brawl content here on Magic Arena. So we're going to be playing a couple of decks over the course of a couple episodes, and we're going to be starting, I believe, with my pick for probably the most mediocre, and we're going to go with Colorless Brawl, and this is using the most recent Karn addition to Arena. So we've got Karn Living Legacy, and this deck is kind of fun. I wouldn't say it's great because Colorless has got a pretty big negative on Arena at the moment. We don't have wastes, which are a basic colorless land type, which allows you to play the deck far more consistently, because cards like Ghost Quarter and Island of Two Lands we're playing. Where are they really quick? We've got Ghost Quarter and Field of Ruin really just cripple our deck, but let's kind of go over what this deck is trying to do. So it's built around Karn Living Legacy, both one of the win cons of the deck as well as one of the deck's main accelerators, and the whole point of the deck is to ramp into Karn, hopefully for turn 3, if you can. Like, ideally, we're going to hope to get to Karn with either Guardian Idol, Mind Stone, there should be a couple more. It's Guardian Idol, Mind Stone, and Gilded Pinions. That we play it a little bit later off of one of our 3-drop accelerants with Lantern of Revealing, Bronze Walrus, Dungeon Map, and I believe I've got a couple more. Honored Heirloom, Palladium Mirror, and the Celestis. And the deck is namely trying to power up Karn and get to ideally find our Forsaken Monument so we can get a lot of mana. And we want to do a lot with just tons and tons of artifacts. One of the other extra win cons for the deck is actually Key to the Archive. In which case we can hopefully draft Approach to the Second Sun for a actual win condition. Most of the time we're playing a couple cards that are just kind of good overall. We've got Ornithopter just as an extra card to play for cards like our Aetherflux Reservoir when we are trying to go off. Ancestral Statue as a combo piece / resetter of any ETB effects. We've got Bag of Holding as a card draw engine in Colorless, Basilisk Collar, Bronze Cudgels, Eater of Virtue, Ginger Brute, Inscribed Tablet, Pacification Array as the second copy of Icy Manipulator for the deck. Not quite as strong, but still pretty handy. Relic of Progenitus as an extra graveyard hate alongside Unlicensed Hearse, Shadow Spear, and Soul Stealer Axe, which is an Arena exclusive. And then the Uzalith. It doesn't come up too often. We do have a module theme. One of the strongest cards in the deck is actually Animation Module. This card works really strong with our Planeswalker Commander because it allows us to, rather inefficiently, get closer to ultimating faster. We can essentially get 2 loyalty per turn if we really are in tries to, but it makes the Power Stones have something else to use their mana with, which is very, very nice. And if we do have the Animation Module, Decoction Module, and one of the other modules kind of working together, we can kind of also make 1/1s as well. Oh, excuse me, I've been just getting over being sick. Pardon that. Outside of that, we've got Crucible of Worlds, a minor combo if we need to attrition out heavy mana bases that are heavily multicolored, where they're not going to run too many basics. We can attrition them out. We've got Mystic Forge, Treasure Keeper. The Deck of Many Things is also kind of a win con, and Paradox Engine as a massive combo engine. It plus Mystic Forge is a pretty good way to go infinite with Karn, because the Power Stones do untap, and Paradox Engine kind of gets you going. Otherwise, we've got some utility lands and just have to run as many colorless sources as we can. As far as lands that are good, that are usable in the deck for their ability, we've got Detection Tower, we've got Field of Ruin, we've got Ghost Quarter. We have got Interplanar Beacon just to gain a little bit of life alongside. The best lands in the deck are Inventors Fair. Let's just tutor any of the artifacts out of the deck. Mobilized District is just a man land that can be reduce its activation cost due to the fact of having a Planeswalker. The other Karn is in this deck. We're only missing one other card. I would say there's 2 cards that should be in this deck. I just don't actually own them here on Arena. And that would be Ugin the Ineffable. Ugin the Ineffable is incredibly strong, especially just making everything cost 2 less. And then also Stone Coil Serpent as a good flex drop to use all of our mana on. Plaza of Heroes, a good way to kind of protect our legendary stuff. And then we've got the Biblioplex, kind of. It'll actually hit nothing because I think we can't play any instants or sorceries. And then we just have a couple Scry lands, and that's really about it. So let's get into some games. Karn Living Legacy is probably one of the weakest rares out of Dominaria. it's not an awful card, but he's not like as bombastic as his previous self, or the Great Creator for that matter. So let's get into the first game for this very first video, and let's kind of see how the deck does. Okay, we are into the first game. We are against Tatiova, Steward of Tides. So this is a landfall deck. And unfortunately we have to throw this, even though we have the Gilded Pinions, we just need our land drops. This deck cannot afford to stall. All right. Crystal Grotto. There's our 4th land, so I guess we'll just keep the Aether Hub on top. Riveteer's Overlook. These are pretty good lands. The Capenna Searchers are actually pretty nice, I gotta be honest. Treasure Vault, we'll play one of our really weird 2-drops. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, you can pay 3 to make a copy of it, which is kind of neat. Ooh, Into the North. This gets a duel. Yep. That's really good. We actually have our own on target. We're going to play Aether Hub, and we're just going to play Lantern or Revealing. We do get to land Karn next turn, but they're going to play Tatiova. Tatiova doesn't do a lot until they have 7 lands in play, but they could play other things to animate their lands. Wreck Sage. Sure, that doesn't matter. Just blowing up the land. That's fine. Okay. That changes very little. So we're just gonna slam Karn now. Start making some things. Karn Silax looking kind of sus here, if I'm being completely honest. I will trade out for Wreck Sage. We're probably just gonna play Tatiova. Oracle of Mooly Dooley. Okay, Oracle will die is fantastic, and we've got a Cultivate on top. A lot of lands. Alright, we're gonna make another Power Stone. Let's play the Inscribed Tablet. And we're gonna probably play the Workshop Assistant. Just so we have a blocker for that. Let's just get back the Lantern if need be. Alright. To be fair, if we do get to Karn Ultimate versus this opponent, they will 100% lose the game. Oddly enough, they're actually getting a Artifact and Enchantment Wrath in the next set. All right, there's Tatiova. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this land's gonna become a land. Gains haste. It has flying, so they can attack at Karn. Okay, so Karn is going down. So that is unfortunate. So they get to throw 2 lands at Karn. So what am I looking for? I'm not really looking for a land, but I guess I take it. All right, Karn goes down. We are in a lot of danger. Now we're getting to the point where they can Crater Hoof.
The trail closes in from all sides.
This is pretty cool. It's just a beatdown deck with lands. So there is a negative to this. Board wipes, except for mine, really hose these. Like, then you just get super LD'd. But I don't get to play Sweltering Suns or anything like that, so I'm probably just gonna get hosed here, because they got like 9 power on board. Just in the air. So, like, what do I do here? I can make another Power Cell. I think I'm gonna play the Mystic Forge. Play the Uzolith. I guess we play the Karn Silax. So the only thing that sucks is Karn Silax is like not really a combo with these Power Stones because they have a mana cost of 0. They have Seagate Restoration, and they might play it just to draw 4 cards, which I wouldn't say is bad. They have a Boseiju, which that is pure LD for us. Oh god. Okay, Lair of the Hydra. This card is nuts because it can pump itself. So we are effectively Okay, so they got the Rex Sage. Sure. All right, so this is not a good matchup. We're all artifacts. I mean, what, you're gonna blow up the Mystic Forge? Sure. So we're staring at 12 power in the air. Yep. So we're taking 12 here. So I think it's in my best interest just to wrath the board, but I'm gonna die to this next turn. So let me do this for X's 3. I don't have much choice. It's not gonna blow up the lands because they are lands. We're just killing Tatiova with this and the Rex Sage. Joint exploration. Okay, they're doing this just to put another point of power on the board, which that's already lethal. They didn't need to even do to do this. Yep. You got it. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what I want to bring back. Yeah, we're just dead. That is a non-winnable matchup. All right, we are against a 5-color deck. Karn Silac's probably much better versus that deck than when I was previously playing against. Their deck's a lot of acceleration. Is this hand keepable? No, probably not. Mulligan. Yeah, this is still not good, but we at least get the scry too. We have to find the 4th land. I do like Blast Zone here. All right, so okay, well, we found our 4th land, so that's good at least. So we can play a turn 4 in Karn, which is not exciting, but not awful. This deck is very slow. Like, if Karn could play with like Soul Ring, like if we had Soul Ring on Arena, Karn would probably be a lot better. But unfortunately for us, Karn is less. Karn on turn 2 or turn 1 is far better than Karn on turn 3 at the best, which is basically what we're kind of forced into here. All right, no green yet. Okay, that is annoying. All right, so what do I want to do here? I think I'm just going to play Circuit Mender. Just because I need something to be able to block the Goshintai. He's got some pretty... Why did he play that on blue? I feel like he would have played it on green. Okay, so he can get a green source here, which, I mean, I'm pretty sure he should get. If he doesn't get a green source, he might go for Black Condom. Nope, he went for green source. Okay, so he's going to play Goshintai of Life's Origin here. There's no reason not to. Oh. Oh, that is audacious. All right, but he gets all 5 colors now. That's going to produce 2 colors of different mana on its own. I really hope he didn't hit time warp. Time warp for the shrine deck is going to be pretty bad. We're probably going to go like 0-4 today. Because I'll be honest, this deck, unless it's like really going off, does not go off. All right, so we can't do anything there. All right, we're going to play Karn. So at worst, he doesn't get to kill the Karn next turn. He can play Goshintai and Dome Karn for 3, which is pretty bad for me. Or he can play one of the bigger shrines. He could play the 5-color shrine, and then we're kind of in shit soup, if I'm being completely honest. Doesn't want to shock weird. Oh my god. Well, that is fucking unfortunate. Yeah. I'll just take 3. That's okay. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, wow, we got gamed on there, dude. Oh man, Brawl never change. Albeit we're playing a pretty F deck. All right, so Immortal Sun, also an incredibly unfortunate thing for us to see. But it's an overall good card in Brawl, unless you're playing against a very aggressive deck. Oh, okay, well, we're gonna lose to that. Sure. All right, well, we're just gonna flat lose to Approach of the Second Sun. It comes out in 4 turns, so we have to find like Karn Silax, but well, there's nothing we can do here. Oh, Guardian Isle. Oh boy. I'm in. Yeah, so like we erased 6. Oh goodness, yeah, now we're dead. Turgrid. All right, so we're against mono black, so that's fun. They don't interact greatly with us. Yeah, this is fine. So the good news is, I guess Turgrid's not the end of the world. I'll leave the Ornithopter in hand if they get to go like Dark Ritual into something huge. Okay, that's kind of cool. Oddly enough, very good against the Turgrid deck is the Containment Construct. All right, so... All right, let's play the dungeon map. We're just kind of ramping with Karn, I think. I'm still gonna leave the Ornithopter in hand. It's a useless card for them. You can kill this. I don't care. My deck is not based off of Containment Construct. So the good news is this Crucible of Worlds, I'm like, oh, it's not going to really do a whole lot. Discard 2 cards. Those 2. Clan. Ah, I can... Okay, I'm going to play the Karn that does something right now. So we're just going to start setting up for that, because like this Karn can't be touched. Black doesn't have anything that touches artifacts. So if he wants to play Turgrid's Lantern, I'm just going to take 3. Okay, Contempt? Sure, you have to tap out to do so. Okay. Interplanar Beacon. Make a Power Stone. Attack you for a lot. If you want to kill this Karn, it sucks for me, but I think it's not the end of the world. Or you're gonna play Turgrid.
Every Power Stone fuels our cause.
Okay. Okay. So he can make me discard, and then he gets a Godpharaoh statue, but like he's dying. Like Burglar Rat. That will show me. You in fact oh wait. Oh my god, that's so funny. The Containment Construct actually cucks his Turgrid because my replacement effect goes before his. Playcrafter. Yeah, go nuts. Yep, you got it. You just aren't going to attack. That's sus. That's incredibly sus.
Dominaria's treasures will aid us in our fight.
All right, so this is fairly good for us. All right, well, attack you. Yeah, double block. Otherwise, you took lethal. Uh-huh. Yep, those both sure as hell can die. You still go into 3. All right. I'm surprised they didn't want to go and attack Karn last turn, considering they were holding it back, albeit they would have been at 1 if they did that. So this is looking pretty good for me overall. Karn side, like this is probably the one, the few dubs. I think mono black is absolutely horrid overall in Brawl. The only thing that like it really has is that you've got Dark Ritual available in Historic Brawl to power out your commanders, but like you're playing mono black. Liliana's Triumph. Sure. That will show me. Okay. So they're looking for like a fatal push, I guess. Yeah, no, they're pretty dead here. So what we now get to do though is start looping Inventors Fair, which is kind of sick. We got a W! Holy cow! It was against mono black though, so that doesn't really matter. All right, on to probably the last one for this. Who am I against? Vadric. All right, so we're in the last. I guess we'll have to do one more because we're currently 1 and 2. Sure. This is not a great hand, but we're gonna hope. I gotta decide: do I play the Eye of Vecna? What? What? That's actually kind of sick with Vadric. All right, so let's play Eye of Vecna. Okay, that sucks. Okay. Decline. Oh god, I have to play something here, which really blows. Yeah, we have to play something. We can't really afford for Vadric to flip, or rather for it to flip the knight. We're already going to the point where he's gonna equip and Vadric's gonna go to like 5 power and we just like lose the game. Like, yep, Vadric's at 5 power. Oh god. All right, well, we're pretty dead here. If I'm being honest, we're pretty dead here. Resolve, he is at 6 power. Decline. So how do I beat this? I have to hope for a removal spell. He can have counter magic though. If he counters, we are in fact just the big dead, because he can play like Time Twister, or rather Time Warp. He can play what's called the Nexus of Fate. All right, yeah, we're fucking dead. All right, we got to do one more. We're gonna see what our enemy record is. Is it gonna be 1-4 or is it gonna be 2-3? All right, one more game and then we'll call this one. All right, on to the last one. We are against Sorin Vengeful Bloodlords, the what's called Orzhov one. Not a spectacular hand. Once again, any of the hands that doesn't have like a 2-drop accelerator kind of blows. Our only is Zhalfirin Void. No, definitely not the Omnis Traveler, not the game for it. So this one's problematic. Once again, anything that like pings our stuff is like bad for us in general. We get to play Foundry Inspector next turn. Oh, we had nothing. Ooh. Okay, well, if Foundry Inspector lives. All right, it's not going to live. Unfortunate, but that's fine. We're still going to just slam the other card next turn. Voldaren Estate. Scavenger, sure. I'm still going to slam this Karn because this isn't going to kill my Karn.
Every power fuels our cause.
Edgar. Yep, that's still fine. So like the whole reason why I want to do this is like this Karn dying doesn't matter to me. All right, we're gonna play the thing that really matters, which is Forsaken Monument, and yeah, we're just gonna hope. So he can play the other Sorin. Banishing Light? Oh, okay. Oh god, this. Oh man, what a deck. What a deck. All right, kills my Karn. I take 4. I think next turn we just have to slam Godpharaoh statue. Yeah, take action. That's fine. Yeah, sure. Let's just slam this. We're still just dying on board, but the good news is it makes his commander cost 6. It makes everything he does cost a lot, so we're not dead, but we're not doing good, if that makes sense. And we have no way to get this back outside of a Karn Silax. One of the reasons why we definitely would have wanted the Ugin. So what did we learn? Colorless is very mediocre on Arena. Without things like fast mana, there's nothing. Okay, D-Spark, sure. I mean, that costed his turn, but that really sucks. All right, well, take an 8 again. You got it. So other Karn, down tick.
Evil cannot withstand a righteous army.
I'm going to, I guess, draw a card, because if I want to kill Edgar, I can. Does do anything else? No, it just creates a blood token. All right, well, we drew into hot garbage. So there's like only one way we get back in this game, is that we draw Shadow Spear. But if he plays another removal spell, okay, sure. Now we're pretty dead here. All right, we're gonna go for the wrap up. We've seen enough. We beat one deck and it was mono black. So let's go quickly back to the deck and let's talk about the issue for Colorless in Brawl on Arena. All right, so what did we learn? Well, Colorless has a inherent flaw. It does not get to play removal. It doesn't get to play good removal. Like the best removal we have in the deck is Fraying Line. We don't have a lot that deals with permanence. Your other only removal slot is 6 mana Ugin. If 8 mana Ugin was legal, which personally I think he should be, but I think the reason why they don't allow Ugin is because of Kenon. That card is obscene, but overall the deck is fun. It can win. It can win. I'm going to preference that. It can win. The problem is artifact removal. The Immortal Sun literally just hoses the deck. Other ways that would have helped the deck out is if you had cards that work with Karn the Great Creator, one of the cards that we do not own here on Arena currently, but it's a very good one. Would namely be if we can turn our opponent's stuff into artifacts so we can pop it. But unfortunately for us, we really can't. But the deck can win. It's got some pretty cool plays. So if you are interested in the deck, I will copy the deck list for you guys and post it in the description below if you want to try it out on Arena for yourself. However, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There will be a couple more of these coming out, so look forward to those. Until then, though, bye-bye.